Yes, sir.
Yeah. This Mac.
And Alexis.
Yeah, we back at the courthouse. This is the Judge Just Not podcast. And of course, we got my boy Dame in the building. Behind the ones and twos and the cameras and everything else that fucking
all that good
electrical
stuff.
here.
Yes, sir.
We
live again?
We are live
Yeah, I think we
We're
live
going
again.
2 for 2 tonight.
And damn, we got some shit that we finna bring up, man, on this case load, man. And I think it's time to put the food industry on trial, bro.
Yeah, we for sure putting that.
Not the food industry, I guess you could say like the server industry.
Fuck that. We putting humans on the trial.
Oh shit, we put humans on trial every day. That's our
that's
thing.
true. All right, food.
That's
man.
what we're here for. So what we talking? What we
bro,
talking?
I ain't gonna lie. So this happened. This was like a month ago, and that's what sprung this whole topic on. Really. So basically, I went to Black Bear Diner. You feel me? Out there in Oakland. I think what's that? Hagenberger. I'm like, so when you think of Black Bear Diner, bro, I don't know about y'all, but when I think of Black Bear Diner, I think vacation. I think fucking Lake Tahoe. I think like, oh man, I'm in another
Black
world.
Bear
I
Diner.
think, yeah, you feel me? I think like I'm in a cabin. You know what I mean? Just smelling cooking. It's just very homesome. What is that called?
Yeah, wholesome.
Wholesome.
Wholesome. There you go.
Missing
Wholesome.
a letter. That's all.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Very wholesome feeling, right? So this was not the case on this particular day. So first of all, you know what I mean? Shout out to the homeless people. I mean, I'm not talking shit about that because I know there's plenty of reasons why, you know, they're in that position. But first off, you know, I had homeless bro outside, you know, smelling crazy, just, you know. And so, you know, they can't really control that. You know what I'm saying? That was one issue. So anyway, it was me and my son. So we get past that little obstacle. We go inside. Ain't no waitress there. Ain't no hostess taking names or nothing. Everybody just looking at each other, looking crazy. It's kind of getting busy and stuff. Everybody's like, what do we do? This and that. I kid you not, like maybe 5 minutes later, somebody finally comes in and starts taking, I don't know where she was out in the bathroom. I don't know what the fuck, but like they whole system of like, they shouldn't be leaving the front unmanned like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So strike two, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So then we over here, so she finally takes our names.
That nigga prosecuted the whole Black Bear over there.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. So then, and then I actually was going to put my name on a list, but there was some other people because then it causes friction with everybody that's been waiting because then, of course, we've been here, you know what I'm saying, earlier, this and that. I'm like, okay, yeah, they was here before. You know what I mean?
You could tell what kind of people they were by.
You see my impression? You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right.
I was fucked up.
Yeah. So anyway, we finally get our name on the list. That shit did take like 20 minutes, which ain't hella long. I know it's busy. So we finally get on our table. Mind you, the whole ambiance, I already got mad for waiting and not being addressed or whatever, but the whole ambiance, bro, I'm at Black Bear Diner, man. I'm very big on customer service, bedside manner, all that shit. Like, you're here to do a job, bro. Like, I'm paying for an experience. That's just how I look at shit. You know what I mean? So I'm here in Black Bear Diner, man. You better put on some diner shit, like some oldies. Okay, I fuck with hip hop, but I'm not at Black Bear Diner.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, they was playing motherfucking what was it?
They was playing 50 Cent in the club and shit.
Nah, hell, what? Nah, because even my son said it. I'll be bad with that. Was it SZA?
SZA's not bad though.
SZA and that was one song, and then he was like
chipping off a SZA. Bro.
Nah. It was Doja Cat.
Oh, okay.
Doja Cat was playing this shit. So they like slapping in here, right? I'm like, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but like, bro, like this is not. I want the vibe, bro. Sell me the experience. We at Black Bear Diner. Play some fucking, I don't know, some Elvis or some shit like that. Like, this is not fitting the theme. This is not
Elvis.
I don't know what the fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dame,
some shit.
can you do me a favor, bro?
Yeah.
And grab my notebook because I'm finna punch some holes in Al's
I got
story real quick.
Yeah, let's
I got
go.
you.
And
Let's
I gotta
go.
write some shit down.
So okay. So there goes that. And I'm like, damn, man, this shit is like, wow, right? I'm like, man, I know we in the town, but like, god damn. I'm very big on this, man, because I just feel like there's just a loss of integrity in a lot of today's things. You feel me? It's like, at what point do we just like let hella shit slide. Then ain't shit, you know what I mean? If I'm paying for some shit, like give me what I'm paying for, you know what I'm saying? So we got the soundtrack going. I'm like, man, I'm just not feeling special in here, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is this orange juice even fresh squeezed or anything? You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, so then I see a lady like in the back, like on the phone, like yelling, like kind of like, man, what the fuck? But she's a worker, you feel me? You can hear this motherfucker. Like, she's not tripping off nobody hearing her, nothing. I'm just like, why is she yelling? Like, isn't there a manager? Like, come tell this bitch to get off the phone. Why is she yelling? I could tell she's a worker, though. And so I'm like, man, what's going on? And then even everybody looking like, oh, them little faces or whatnot. So I'm like, all right. And then what else? And then so the time keeps going. She goes in the back. Then I hear the shit in the front yelling, like cussing, like, I don't give a fuck. Woo-doo. I'm like, bro, what? I felt like I was like outside of like an apartment building, like in domestic violence was going on or something. I'm like, bro, this is Black Bear Diner.
Where I ain't like you're saying Black Bear Diner like it's Black Bear Diner. Like
I don't know. That's what my son got on me too. I just thought I don't know.
I never go to Walmart and expect like the top quality.
But no, I feel them though. Cause
that's how I get it, but it's like
if I'm at a Denny's or something, I'm like, okay, but Black Bear, bro, they got a big ass Black Bear.
I feel like Black Bear got a different standard, bro.
Really? Black Bear Diner?
Bro, have you ever been on vacation with the Black Bear Diner, like on the 5 and
Black
shit?
Bear Diner is still a chain restaurant, man.
But have you ever had the experience like that though? Have you ever felt like
I've been places where it's like I kind of expect it, you know.
But do you expect it from Black Bear Diner?
I mean, it wouldn't be super out of the question for Black Bear. Maybe in my head, like I don't know, Black Bear Diner's never been like that restaurant. Like
bro,
that.
We got merch.
We don't dress up to go to Black Bear Diner.
I never even thought about that shit.
Did you dress up like? Did you dress nice to go to there?
No.
Exactly. If you're not dressing up nice, you can't really expect.
You almost supposed to go in your pajamas because it's like it's like waking up for Santa Claus in the morning. You feel
so
me?
I don't
expect
expect the top quality. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Bro,
if we had people on live, I'd actually ask them, where do you guys rank Black Bear Diner?
It's definitely above Denny's.
Just put it on the poll anyways. Just put it on the poll.
There ain't nobody.
So anyway,
the only person in here is the troll.
So hold on, this shit get even worse. So then old girls yelling and shit. And now I don't know. I think it's just because maybe like I have my own business to where I take this shit very serious to where I'm extra picky on this kind of shit. Cause now in my mind, you yelling, you're cussing. Cause then I get real protective of my kids. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. Cause like I can cuss in front of my kids, but other people cuss like, oh nah. Cause now I'm like, well, how you know I allow that?
He turned to what's the male Karen?
Oh, I was a male. I'm getting more Karen, bro.
What's the male equivalent? What would you call it?
Kevin.
You're a Kevin.
Karen. Yeah, I think it's both.
And for the record, that shit is hella stupid, bro. That whole Karen shit, that shit is hella dumb to me. I remember when I was so lost in that world. I remember somebody said that shit. I'm like, what's the whole Karen thing? And some white dude said it to me. He was like, yeah, somebody was acting like a Karen. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? What is that? And they were like, "Are you know what?" I'm like, "Hell no! What the fuck?"
You don't know what it is.
I mean, I do.
That's not a thing.
I do now, but you know, I just like that shit. Hella stupid to me. Yeah. Like,
so
it's just stupid for people named Karen. Like, oh fuck, I gotta deal with this all the time.
Yeah. That shit. Well, I definitely got Karen on this day.
Jessica said Ken is the male Karen.
Ken. Ken. I was Ken like a motherfucker, and because check it out. So she yelling in the front.
So I was Ken like a motherfucker.
So she's yelling in the front. She's cussing, bro. I literally got my kids with me, bro. Like I'm just like, how the fuck? Because now by this time, I've realized from the motion and nobody like shutting this shit down and telling this bitch to shut up. This bitch is in charge. This was the manager.
That's the head of the snake.
This was the manager of the fucking restaurant, bro. The manager.
That nigga said I realized.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Why nobody's saying that this bitch is in charge.
Is in charge. So in my mind, I just take shit serious, bro. I like to have some integrity in your shit. First of all, you in a position of somewhat power at the Black Bear Diner. You feel me? Like you the one supposed to be leading the herd. So how you conducting yourself, cussing and doing all this shit? Like I couldn't fathom that. Like I don't understand it. How do you even get to that position if you don't have an emotional, fucking intelligence or discipline or whatever to not be carrying yourself that way. I don't give a fuck who you were talking on the phone. You're supposed to be like, I'm at work. Hang the phone up. Not, I don't give a fuck. You don't be doing shit either. Yeah. Like she was going in like that, right? So anyway, now in my mind, and this is my problem, but I shook it. But for a minute, I wanted to get down to their level or her level. Now I'm like, I'm not paying for this breakfast. I'm gonna walk out, bro. Like, and now I'm like, do I do this dine and dash with my son or without my son?
Now it's a teacher moment too. Like,
bro, it turned into a teacher moment for real because now I'm literally at the table, bro, meditating. Like, this bitch got me hot because I'm dealing in hypotheticals.
He did the hands too.
Oh, bro, I was like, bro, for real. And my son was like, Dad, you all right? This and that. And I'm like, nah, it's good, son. I'm just thinking how ratchet or whatever I'm finna get right now.
What's the response gonna be?
Yeah, well, really, bro, because I think before I do, because if I do and then they try, like, I'm ready to take this shit to the limit. You know what I mean? To where I'm just like, I try to put myself in their shoes, play possible scenarios. Like, well, maybe somebody died today. Or
but you put all that shit in perspective and you said, it don't make sense for you to be acting like that.
There was no scenario. So now I'm like, okay, I got to say something. Any other time I'd have just been like, man, let's get it's whatever. That's her issue. But now I'm getting something in my mind, as I grow, I'm like, nah, you know what? Fuck that. You know what I mean? That whole mentality of, well, they only make this much. I can only expect so much. Nah, motherfucker, you still making money. There's still somebody that wouldn't carry themselves like that would be happy to be in your position. People aren't. They don't have no gratitude for their position no more. You know what I mean? No matter what it is. To where I was just like, man, you know what? Fuck that shit. So I was like, man, I'm not gonna run out like a little scary motherfucker. I'm just gonna when I go to pay, I'm gonna address the situation, right? So we go to pay. Mind you, the waiter was hella cool, so I tipped him and everything. And he was cool. He was like trying to make up for this outlandish shit that's going on.
It's not the first time he's experienced it.
He like, hey, bro, I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to do my best.
It's just Tuesday over here, man. I just work here.
Bro, and I'm like, because in my mind, I think whatever you put out, you should be rewarded, whether it's by your pay or by your position. So in my mind, I'm like, this motherfucking waiter should be the fucking manager because he doing a better job of holding shit together. So anyway, we go to pay on the way to go pay out. And I asked the lady, I ain't never called in like complaining about a place before, but in my mind I think, well, you must have must have a store number or something. So I'm over here acting like
what do normal people do in this situation?
Yeah, you feel me? So I try to be professional with it. So I go to pay, and then I'm like, hey, excuse me, I'm like, you guys have a store number here or something? You know what I mean? Like a store number. And she was like, oh, yeah. Like, you could tell she just carries herself that way. And that made me even more hot or whatever. And then she just like, oh, yeah, it's like, the number's right there on the receipt. And I'm looking.
It's crazy, bro. I feel like I met this lady before. Bro, just the voice he's making.
I'm telling you. And then she's like, I'm looking at the receipt. I'm like, man, that's a fucking phone number. I'm like, nah. I'm like, do you have like a store number, like a corporate ID number, like specific for this store? Why? Oh, you got? I'm sorry, man. I know I was cussing. You gonna complain on me? This and that. It is. You know what I mean? And before people think I'm like impersonate, because you know how motherfuckers be thinking I'm impersonating a black person. No, this was not. This was a white person. You know what I mean? I'm gonna throw that out there.
Damn, you threw a loop in for me. I showed it.
10 minutes in, it's like, just so you know.
Yeah, because you know how I mean, you know. So then.
Well, I guess I can cross this shit out.
Yeah.
What did he write on the paper?
I know. We still gotta address that shit, dude. So anyway, she
he's about to go Karen on you.
Yeah, he was. So then she was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I know I was, but she was like, oh, you know, I'll take the orange juices off. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. But like, do you have a store number? Like, you're not hearing me. That's I'm talking to her like this. I'm like, do you have a store number? Like, you know what I mean? Oh, you're gonna, what's it called? Oh man, like, all right, forget it. You know, just don't even worry about it. Like, you don't got to pay. Woo woo. And I'm like, okay, I feel you. I get what you try to do, but do you have a store number? Like, you're not getting away with this, what you did today, bro. That's where it came down to.
Well, Ken.
I was carrying, and then she was just like, like, you know, trying to say, oh, yeah, no, I know I should have. I'm like, you know what? I feel it. I was talking real cool. I was like, man, you know what? I feel it. You know, some shit probably was going on up here, this and that. But at the end of the day, man, like if I wanted to feel like I was eating at my house or like outside at the liquor store or something, hearing all this wild shit going on, I could have stayed at my house. You feel me? Like you expect me to come in here and pay to be in this type of environment, like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, people go out to eat for the experience.
For the escape,
you know what I'm saying?
for the experience. So by you taking that away from me, now I feel like this exchange is no longer equal. You know what I mean? In my mind, I feel like I don't owe you no money no more. You feel me? Yeah. To where, and that's exactly how I told her. I was like, man, you know, if I could have stayed home and did this and that. And then I was like, man, it's all good, you know. I appreciate she just said to call and use the phone number and the address. You could just tell them. And she was like, my name is some. I don't forget what her name was.
Fucking
right.
Marge.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I appreciate it. You feel me? You know, I hope things get better for you. I kept it like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then we just ended up leaving. And that's why I say it did turn into a lesson, because I want to instill in my son, like, if you feeling a way, like, speak up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you didn't get what you was paying for or whatever, say something, because there's too many people that's just like, oh, whatever, that's her problem. Let's just get up out of here. Nah, it's not. It's people carry themselves that way because people let them get away with that shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think people let them get away with it. I think people just,
they don't bring it to their attention.
They like to let people be on their own downfall. You feel me? Like, okay, if that's how you act, let's see how far that shit gets you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna sit here and go back and forth with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna be acting like that, all right, cool, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gotta deal with it. Yeah. So if you wanna act like that at a chain restaurant, let's see how far you get doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I feel that. Yeah. I think it's just in this scenario, I was paying. And then if I would have left, I would have felt like I got.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel
that's kind of my thing on that specific. But I know if I just seen somebody random person yelling, I'm almost gonna be like, damn, man, I feel sorry for them because they ain't headed nowhere nice. You feel me? Yeah. Acting like that. But this scenario, I was just like, she needed to know. You feel me? Just like when the lady had told me when I was renting my car out, and she had hit me up talking. I had told her, I was like, hey, you know, when you get to the place, give me a call. Where I live is located behind the business. I'll bring the vehicle out to you. And then she hit me up talking about, can you elaborate on that? I expect the owner of a Mercedes to have better living conditions, right? It was some crazy shit, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck? So even in that scenario, this lady, for whatever reason, I don't know, wherever she was raised or whatever, she's so jaded and so naive to like be able to think she could talk like that and not hear nothing back. Like, what do you think? To where I, kindly said, like, be honest with you, you assuming I should live in a certain location based off the car I drive can be taken no other way than offensive. I appreciate if you get another, what's it called, Turo. Like, you have offended me, get another Turo or whatnot. And so I did that. Like, I had to, like, cancel the trip, make her feel that, because I need her to sit with that and be like, damn, I really offended him that much. He passed up hundreds of dollars for this rental. You know what I'm saying? To where people need to feel that, and nobody was going to say that to that lady in that restaurant. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to show my son that.
I feel you on that. I do it sometimes, but when I know where I'm going to go to the extreme, I can't. You know what I'm saying? When I told you that time that I had almost got into it with a customer, you feel me? Because he wouldn't let me use the restroom or whatever. Like, I was really finna be on some other shit.
And he wouldn't let you use his restroom?
Yeah.
Like in his house?
At his house, yeah.
Oh.
And which is why I kind of like calmed down afterward, because it's like nigga, he do got the right to tell me no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how dare you not let me piss in your toilet?
But the way he did it though, you feel me? Like, he slammed the door in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell other shit. And I was just like,
yeah.
Did he say he didn't say number one and number two? He was just like, no.
He was. I said, you mind if I use the restroom? He was like, yeah, I do mind. And I just kind of thought he was joking. I'm like, huh? And he just like,
and then you like walked in a little bit, and he's like, no.
And he just slammed the door in my face, and I went to the car, and I was just like,
yeah.
Did this nigga just pump me? And I'm like, nah, I can't let that shit go. I gotta go handle that shit.
I remember that.
I'm like, I can't even sit with that shit. You feel me? And then I'm sitting there having a whole conversation with myself, like, nigga, how far you finna go? Is this shit worth it? Who fault is it really gonna be on? And it came down to the conclusion to, nigga, this is a lose-lose situation for you, bro.
You get real hyped, like, man, I don't even need this job.
I was there. I was there, like, even if I needed the job, I felt like it was worth it to me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I feel about disrespect sometimes. It's like you feel, that's why damn the majority of the motherfuckers in jail. You feel me? It's like,
that's what I was just about to say.
They feel like it's worth it. You feel me? You can't talk to me that way. You're not finna get away with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I felt. So I get that. But again, me knowing that I'm going to go to the extreme, it's going to put us in a whole other situation that I have to be prepared for or be willing to do if I go that far. You feel me?
Let me ask you this. Do you think that is – because I feel like it's definitely like a skill or like an attribute or whatever to be able to convey – that level of emotion without taking it there. Is that something that you need to just like fine tune?
I think I can. I'm not there yet with everybody, but I'm there with some people.
Yeah.
But if you got a certain trait that I know we just finna be going back at it, there's no point for me having this conversation because it's not gonna get nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just gonna that's why even when I was in school and shit, like I never liked arguing with people. You know what I'm saying? So like if you had a problem with me, it was just like, do you want to fight or shut the fuck up? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not finna do this back and forth shit. How mad are you? If you want to do something, let's just handle it. Because I don't have time for this. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel with people. If I feel like we're gonna get to a fight where we're gonna get to a point where we have to fight, then if I'm not in the mood to be fighting over this shit, it's just like I'm not finna engage in it because I know where it's gonna go or I know where it's gonna lead. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like. But if I can tell that you really just don't know how you're talking to people, then I'll pull you to the side and let you know about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's how my situation with the Turo thing. That's how that situation.
Yeah.
Was.
So I think you handled that like perfectly. You feel me? Because I've done that shit to customers. You feel me? Like, oh, you guys don't do da. I was just like, well, if you felt like I had a customer tell me they didn't want me to come to their house because of like the COVID shit, and I was just like, all right, well, I'm not finna argue with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's how you feel. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? So,
I wonder what would have happened if you would have like. This might be hella like far-fetched, but like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes with words and like how you shift the energy, like how that motherfucker like slammed the door. Like actually I do mind slamming the door. His energy was definitely on a certain level. If you like threw some different energy out of like, what if you like maybe not like knocked on the door and been like, hey, I just want to let you know, that was kind of like rude. You know what I mean? Or maybe like wrote him a letter like, to make him feel stupid.
But this is what I'm saying.
You stick a letter on the door.
Yeah, like, hey,
this is why I didn't. It's because I know the type of character he had already. I know.
You didn't think you could change his mind?
Yeah, like he's one of those. He was one of those like rich motherfuckers who just felt like he could get his fucking way. So I just knew whatever I said to him, he would be like, fuck you. Who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? You work for this company.
You should fuck with him.
You know what
I'm
saying?
Hey, you didn't let me use your restroom, but I love you anyway. And just slid the note under the
that shit. Nah, like
threw him off like what?
Like because
you know what?
Because with me, I'm the same way. Like I love to make people feel this shit that they did. Like I'm gonna let you know how you felt. And that's the reason why I went in the car and was just like, nigga, I gotta go handle this shit. Yeah. Because I'm finna let you know about yourself.
You should have really fucked with him. You should have like wrote him a letter and be like, well, when I'm in my chemo treatment later, like I'm gonna think about this. Thank you.
I just thought the worst of the worst. Like, what if I did knock on this door? What if I did do some hood shit? But what if he felt that scared, and what if he did get a gun? What if he did shoot me? He would have all the rights to do that shit because I'm on his property.
Because you want to shit in his toilet.
So it was a lose-lose situation for me. So it was like I had to think logically, like, okay, either way, I'm losing this scenario. Even if he don't go that far, I'm still gonna get fired. I'm still, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is, it's still gonna be my fault. You feel me?
At least you can sit back and think about that.
Some
people just do
it. It took time.
And then they gotta tell people,
why'd
you get fired, bro? Well, I wanted to go to this nigga toilet, and he didn't let me in the toilet. Like what?
And you hear how that sound? Like that's
ridiculous.
The emotions would put you in a position to have to explain the story like that.
Yeah,
see how that do that?
Exactly. So, and that's the reason why I've been.
That's good.
My anger was so bad, bro. It's like every little thing triggered me. Like if I felt any slight of disrespect, I'm going to handle it some way, shape, or form. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it was just like I had to get to a point where it was just like you just don't know better. You know, like I had to figure out something. Yeah. You feel me?
That's powerful.
That rule, rule book I got for myself is like I have to let certain shit go because I know where it's going to lead. You feel me? And I have to, because I'm not just. If it was just me, I guess it's different. But the fact that I got to think about everybody else and their family and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to.
But it should be different.
I have to take that in. But it is with me though, because when I'm gambling on myself, I place different bets. You know what I'm saying?
But no, it's.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's probably somebody outside.
No, that shit was like.
Sound like a Siri or something.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably be outside or something. But what was I gonna say?
So did you call the number?
Did you
Nah.
call it?
You never called it. Oh, you just threatened. You
Did you pay for the food?
Halfway Karen. Nah,
Did you pay for the
I
food?
didn't pay for the food, and we ordered steak. It was like $60 too.
Damn, nigga, we've been 25 minutes
So,
already.
so let me tell you one more story because it's on that point.
This is why I think this is interesting, though.
Why?
Because when Al told me this shit, we just happened to go to Black Bear Diner the same fucking weekend.
Well, that's what triggered him.
And it was 2 separate Black Bear Diners, and I was just like, when he told me, I'm like, bruh, the same shit happened to me, bro. But it wasn't to that degree though.
Which somebody had guessed which Black Bear Diner was. They said they were guessing Vallejo. Are you gonna tell us?
That was that's
His
shit.
was in Oakland, mine was in Vallejo.
Oh shit! So apparently, don't go to Vallejo or to
Or
Oakland.
Oakland.
Well, shit.
You gotta
I mean,
go
I wouldn't
up-
go to either one. Listen to y'all.
But I'm telling you, go to the ones like you going to Disneyland and shit. And you stop on the side of the road. Them motherfuckers be.
And that's what's
feel
crazy
like
too.
you'll be
'Cause
at grandma's
Bro,
house.
you
he told me
can't
that-
go off any restaurant down like going to LA, like all those restaurants where it's just tourists, like going like that's not those real experience.
But-
you go to like McDonald's on the way to LA, and like you're gonna get something that looks like the picture. Versus you go one and around here, it's not gonna be like that.
To me,
bro.
that is
why- but why, though?
to me that is rare experiences though, because you're literally different with every different type of people. You feel me? The fact that you at one base and you acting like this on a regular basis is fucking ridiculous.
It
know what
it
I'm
speaks
saying?
to the area too.
If
If you're in the middle of nowhere, yeah, Black Bear Diner is
down.
gonna be nice. Yeah, it'd be actually like nice and cozy.
That's what I wrote down. I was just like, well, you are in
It's the
Oakland,
environment,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And it's just like you.
Well, it shouldn't be like that.
That's-
Yeah,
that's
and
what I'm trying
if
to
you're
get
spending $2, like you should like you shouldn't have to experience shit like that. But again, you go to Walmart, are you expecting like to walk the same kind of service you walked into Neiman Marcus? Like you
you go to
should get that
Target.
service, right? But like you're not gonna get it, bro.
And I know that's very
And
much
you're-
the truth.
now
but that's
should you
the problem.
should you walk to the manager and hold them to the same standard? I don't know. I think it's a gray area. They should like treat you the same exact way.
Yeah.
But that's also not. I don't think that's reality too.
I think that has become the what is it called? Like the narrative. You feel me? Like, oh, we in the rich or we in the town. This is how you can carry yourself. This is what you can get away with. That's part of integrity has been lost, bro. Like just because we in the hood or whatever don't mean you got the right to be rude as fuck. You got the right to be hella loud around. You know what I'm saying?
I say this shit all the time. The hood is only a hood because that's how you made it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no rule to be like, oh, we in the hood, so let's just do this. It's like, nigga, if that's how all y'all carrying yourself, what you think they gonna look at this place? You know what I'm saying? The hood is only a hood because you made it that way. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I want. I just think people should get that in their mind, and we should talk about that more. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why
You got to hold people accountable. Like
you got to
said,
hold
yeah.
people accountable.
But
in
in some cases, like it's your own people. You know what I'm saying? It's like no one's forcing them to act that way.
Yeah, yep. And it's like, but you want to, why we don't have no festivals or why we don't have nothing out here? Woo woo. Who would want to
it's a
invest
risk.
money and do this and this?
Yeah.
Like that's what that really comes down to what you said, accountability. You feel me? And there's nobody being accountable for their actions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like likewise, like if you went to Neiman Marcus, right, and they treated you the same, like if you heard that, it would be far fetched that somebody would be cussing and it'd be a manager or a store like that, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't even fathom them doing that shit. It'd be out the question. But I can definitely see it. Like Black Bear Diner, like Kentucky Fried Chicken, or fucking like any old little chain restaurant, like in Oakland, near Oakland Airport, bro. I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't have better experience at a fast food restaurant that you do at fucking Black Bear Diner. You know what I'm saying? Because like I have good customer service at fucking McDonald's or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, well, I'm paying a whole lot more to be at this place to get this special treatment, so to say. And this is how you fucking acting. This is the environment. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you got bums sitting out here. You got everybody talking crazy on the phone. Like everybody cussing. Like where am I? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I could have just ate at home.
Yeah.
That's the absolute reverse of what my scenario that happened with the Turo shit. The lady assumed because I owned the
she
car,
used the
I
luxury
should be carrying,
car.
I should be living in certain situations. It's the same thing. I assume, we're in Oakland, so it's all right. She's cussing and it's homeless people. It's all right. It's in Oakland. Nah, because guess what? I'm paying the same $60 for this breakfast that I would pay somewhere else. You feel me? And I think
you're not giving me a deal at this Black Bear Diner because it's in Oakland.
A little hood deal.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I just think that's...
So do you feel like, to get to the original topic, do you feel like you should have paid for that food or pay for that service? I think you should pay for the service just because you said your waiter was good people.
You should have paid the waiter.
Yeah.
And that was my plan. Yeah. My plan was to tip him fat and just walk out. But then I was like, that's not the reason I didn't do that is because it's not addressing. It's not, and that's what's wrong. Yeah. People just, I'm not gonna pay. I'm gonna leave, but it didn't do nothing.
It's kind of like if you let it go, it's kind of like, well, you're just allowing it.
Yeah, it's conducive to the problem. You know what I mean?
So, on the other side of that, do you think that every waiter and waitress deserves to be tipped?
All right, that's an interesting one. First of all, let me give you a little history, or at least this is what I've learned in my research on tipping. So tipping basically originated back like in the old school prohibition days. Basically, like before that, like motherfuckers wasn't even tipping like that. It was in the prohibition days when you go to little restaurants and shit like that where you didn't have no liquor. The mobsters, the motherfuckers with money and shit would pay extra to have liquor. You know what I'm saying? When they were illegal, you know, it wasn't supposed to.
So you would say they would tip for extra service?
Basically, yeah. Okay, so that's supported, right? Yeah. So you would tip to get that liquor or whatnot. So then it became a lifestyle. Same thing with right now, you go to the club, you want to go to get bottle service or you want a big tip. You want to feel like you're upper echelon. You got the means to do it. So over time, even the regular people would start tipping because they were like, oh, you know, it probably started with people thinking they was like mobsters too. And it trickled down into your regular people just, you know what I mean? So it became like a lifestyle or a symbol of being, you know, whatever, well off. And it just, in today's day, now it's turned into the same thing. You know what I mean? It's a flex thing. You know, you got motherfuckers tipping extra big in front of a female just to look away.
But it's also culturally, that's like now, it's more of a United States thing too.
Yeah.
Because people base your employees' wages off tips.
Yeah,
like you get minimum wage, but they are say, well, you're getting tips, like they're expecting the tip too.
Yeah.
Which never made sense to me. Because you're expecting, like, you don't even know how much you're gonna get paid really. Yeah. What if nobody tipped? Because they're not obligated to it, but you're like, no, you're gonna have to. I mean, if you have a party of like 6+, you have to tip too.
Yeah. I feel like with me personally tipping, I feel like I've gauged it if you're going above and beyond. Pretty much like them people back in the day when they was sneaking the liquor and pouring it for the mother. They are going above and beyond. They're giving me something that is more than just on this menu. Just like in today's time, you gave me a steak I paid for, but you also came and checked on me 3 times, made sure my water was, you're going above that. None of that shit you did, it says it's on this menu. You're going above and beyond the expectations. I'm going to tip you accordingly. If you don't come and you don't check on me nothing, you're rude as fuck, you act like I'm just so what like hella just no enthusiasm, I'm not tipping you because you not only did you fuck up the vibe and just bring the energy down, not even make me feel good about even ordering just the bare shit off the menu. You know what I mean? Not only did you not do that, or you did do that, you didn't go above and beyond and give me nothing extra. So why would I pay extra than what is on these prices? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I feel about tipping. And the people that do go above and beyond, I'm a big tip. Like, you know what I mean? Just because I know it's so rare and it's such a scarcity now because a lot of workers don't have enthusiasm for their shit. Yeah. And then when people say, oh, well, you don't know what kind of day they have and this and that.
They call in.
Exactly. Call in, or I'm not
finna pay you for your shitty attitude.
Yeah, because what happened at the house, they ain't got nothing to do with this, with what we doing here. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, everybody could like be half-assed doing shit. Oh, man, well, I ain't feeling it today.
And
so
if that's the case, then come to me and tell me that. Look, I really ain't doing too good. You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you give me somebody else that can help me?
Don't you think it's kind of fucked up though? So the restaurants kind of use that against people. Like they know, like, oh shit, you're not obligated tips, but they could say like, I can pay the employee, not guarantee them a wage. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, they're not getting salary. Like it's going to be flexible, but they're living off that tip essentially. Yeah. But with a certain mindset for people, like. It's not mandatory that some people tip. They're just like, I don't have to pay. You got to do extra to get paid. But for them to actually get the wage that they think they're gonna get, they have to get a tip. You know what I'm saying? So the restaurants know that, like they put it on the burden on the customer. So like pay the employees correctly. We don't have to.
It says something on that camera. It says movie recorded being something. But
yeah, what about you? What do you think about the tipping?
I feel the exact same way. I feel like you gotta earn that shit.
Yeah,
because I'm not obligated to do it, and I don't care just because that I just don't care enough to. I shouldn't have to tip you for doing your job. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like if you want me to tip you, then you have to do more than your job for me to tip you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but that's the same way. Like, but when I do tip, I tip. You know what I'm saying? Because I do appreciate what you did for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But unfortunately, I've never not tipped that I can remember. I think I pretty much.
I've for sure done that before.
See, with me, I tip, but my tip is based off. My tip is a form of disrespect. If you had shitty.
You only gave him like $1.
Yeah,
like an insult.
I do some crazy
it's like
shit
a $200 bill. You gave him $1. That's a slap in the face.
So Black Bear Diner. That incident happened with me, right?
Black Bear Diner. They finna get on.
You're not gonna get that as a sponsor.
So me and my boy go there. You feel me? We having a little because he about to get married. He just got married and shit.
So he went to Black Bear Diner.
No. We was having breakfast for him to like give me the invitation and shit.
Yeah.
And remind you, we waiting hella long. We got our table quick, but we waiting. We like, damn, where the fuck? We see everybody else. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Lady finally come, and then I don't really think. I really can't say she had a bad attitude. I just think. I kind of gave it a benefit of a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is hella people in here, yada, yada, yada. But I just felt like.
Doubt,
but the thing is, I pay attention to everything. But I'm like, damn, she just went to that table like 3 times already. And she still ain't even came over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I start thinking and shit like that. I start putting. And then me and him, he like said the same shit. Like, damn, I never have to go through this at Black Bear Diner. You feel me? This shit.
I'm telling you, Black Bear Diner is so.
I don't want to go anymore. Like, you talk me out of it.
Yeah, so we like. And then he like, bro, what should we tip? I said, I'm not giving this bitch shit, bro. You feel me? I'm like, I said, if anything, give her like fucking $3 or some shit. I'm like, bro, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And he like, nah. I'm like, nah, bro. We not doing this. You like now we pretty much arguing about how much we gonna tip her. Shit.
Yeah.
You was messed up too. And another thing restaurants do, it's like not the employee's fault. Sometimes they share all the tips. So you can have the best waitress or waiter. And they obviously like the best person, like the best service, and then you can have a shitty waiter. They're all gonna get the same thing.
Yeah,
they pull it together.
Yeah, they do.
Which is fucked up.
I
like that.
Somebody who worked in that, somebody worked in that industry was telling me like how they kind of get away with it and shit.
Yeah, but you still have to like do it under the table to really get that.
Yeah,
you know
so they like if they put a tip on the table, they like take all the trash in. You feel me? And just
like that's for me.
And take the money out. You know what I'm saying? But because that is how they do it now. And I forgot what restaurant I was at, but like it's like obligated on the fucking receipt. It's like
if you have a certain party, like they automatically add it. You don't have a choice, which makes no fucking sense because then it's required.
Yeah, but I'm like, damn, I was a party of 2. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, I agree 100% with you. Like if you earned it, you earned it, and I have no problem like I didn't did some ridiculous ass fucking tips. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like damn near more than the fucking food cost. Because I really appreciate.
They touch you in a certain way. Like, you feel me?
You want to know what's crazy? Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
What's crazy, bro?
Shout out to Chick-fil-A. Check this out.
Everybody getting a tip at Chick-fil-A. Them motherfuckers is just
listen, bro.
Amazing,
like I've
bro.
never. Every time I go there, it's always a good experience. But I met one dude that really just stood the fuck out.
Like, bro, you want to be friends? Just hop in the car,
bro.
Let
me tell you, bro. I was with my wife and shit. I'm just like, I should get this nigga number right now. Like, every single person that I met at Chick-fil-A was always polite, but I've never met somebody who was more polite than that motherfucker, bro. Like, he sounded like he was real, like it wasn't even an act though. He was real deal, genuine, like
he would have changed the oil in your car right then and there.
Man, if you need help, I'll help you. Whatever you need help with. Like he was like a stranger that'd be like, if he sees somebody's car broke down, like what do you need help with? That's how I felt with him. And when I went back there again, with my wife, and I was just like, oh, that's homeboy. I was like, I remember him. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
And when I talked to him, I pulled up, I'm like, I said, bro, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? How was your day? Like, I'm now having a conversation with him because I just felt like he made me feel in a way that, like, nigga, you are, like, he should have got tips. You know what I'm saying? If I had cash on me, I really would have felt like, here, bro, just take this. You feel me?
And it's like, why, like,
and that's a fast food chain.
Why don't
you know
people understand that? Like, if you just,
and that shouldn't be rare.
I don't even give a fuck if you selling it, bro. If you faking your ass off, you have not, like, working. You don't understand that when people act like that and carry themselves that way, they get rewarded. Like, where do you, if you just here half stepping and half ass just doing, oh, they only pay me to do this and then I'm out. That mentality, you're not gonna go nowhere. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Like, you know what I mean? And I don't understand how people don't see that, bro. It's so fucking obvious. You know what I mean?
Bobby, not everybody had the same. Man. Like, it's the thought process. Like, some people just feel like, well, this is how I am. Why? You want me to change who I am? And it's just like,
I can't stand that shit.
It's just,
this is me. You either like it or leave it.
Yeah.
Oh man, everybody gonna leave your ass, bro. That's for sure.
And it's just like, I mean, I don't know, man. I just try to treat everybody with respect. Even if I'm feeling disrespected, I'm still not gonna give you that disrespect. I'm just gonna address the disrespect that you giving me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So I would never be like, oh well, he did this to me, so I'm gonna act like this. I've never been a mirror to anybody. You feel me? I never treat somebody how they treated me ever. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never gonna carry that energy that you gave me.
Exactly. Okay, so let me segue off that. I'm gonna tell you a story that it probably should have been in a movie somewhere. The setting is Oakland DMV. DMV by far. DMV. What is it? DMV and Comcast. What other places you go?
Talking about the worst experiences.
Yeah. EDD.
EDD.
Well, you can't even
any government or in jail. You feel me?
Jail's just horrible all around.
But like the tension, like when you're getting when you go to get arrested, you're like in like room 9 and shit. Like that tension in there is like the same as DMV to me, bro. That's like everybody's just on edge. Everybody's pissed off. You feel me? That
you've been in line for 3 hours, even with an appointment. Yeah.
Man, that shit's crazy. So anyway, I'm going to DMV. I already know it's hostile, whatever. This is it's not even that long ago because during COVID where they got like little stickers and shit with lines. So I got to go take my picture from my ID or license, some shit. So they like go in the line. I was like, all right, so the line's over there. All right, for sure. I walk. I see lines, but then it's like hella space, and then I see the stickers. And then there's the fucking camera thing. So I'm like, well, shit, I'm looking around like, they must be in the line to go take the test. There must not be nobody in the line because I see someone getting a picture taken and I see the sticker. So I go stand on the sticker. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody saying nothing. I'm looking around like, ain't nobody saying shit. Like, I guess, damn, that's my lucky day. Ain't no lie. You know what I'm So the motherfucker get his picture taken and the little man say, okay, next. I start walking up. All I hear, come on, man. Guys, you don't see me in the motherfucking line. Woo woo. I got good impressions, huh? It was like an older black dude, right? And I turn around, I look, and then I'm just like, I felt it. You feel me? Because he like cousin and everything, right? So I'm like, look, and I'm just like, damn, bro. Like, I didn't even think y'all was in the line. You hella far from the thing. Like, it was hella space. Oh, come on, man. Ooh, he just kept, and I'm like, all right. So then I'm already like kind of how you said, the type of personality where this energy just ain't going nowhere. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, man. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm already here. Like, I'm already on the shit. All I got to do is smile, take a picture. Fuck it, I'm going to take my picture real quick. So I take the picture. Mind you, I smile.
That nigga met you outside.
Okay, no, this is a power, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like high after this moment. This was a very powerful moment. So I take my picture, I smile, because that's what I do now, 2020. I did my fake. I told the old man, I was like, give me a 3 count so I could do my thing. I even told him, so I'm at the DMV. Then I'm cheese, right? All right, so anyway, I took my picture. And while I'm taking my picture, I'm thinking, how do I want to address this? Because I'm walking right by this cat. You know what I mean? It's just like literally tension. Like some words are gonna be exchanged. You feel me? So I'm thinking more. Now that I'm older, I really like to think things through. You know what I mean? So I'm not just at the mercy of emotions and what's happening, right? So I'm like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go apologize to bro because I ain't gonna lie, I'd have been hot too. Like he's probably been waiting and shit, whatever. So as soon as I'm done, I walk over and I walk up to him like, hey, bro, like check it out, man. Like I honestly didn't think y'all was in the line. You feel? I didn't mean to cut you. Oh, come on, bro. I ain't even trying to hear that shit. Woo, woo. He fired up, right? I'm like, man, you know what? Now you
there. You wanted a nigga here now.
So now, like, I'm in closer proximity, you feel me? And he's like, man, you know what I mean? I ain't even trying to hear that, like that kind of shit, right? And I'm like, man, you know what? Check it out, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't even, you know, hey, just do you. It's all good. I tried, you feel me? I'm literally saying this, and I'm like, it's all good, man. You know, I'm just gonna move on my way, right? So I go get in the line. I played it real cool, but in my mind, I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, because I was already stressed out. The reason I even had to go there for the first place, I'm like, bro, am I really just ready to just take it there and just be in the back of the police car in like 10 minutes? Because fighting this motherfucker at the DMV, and then I'm hot, right? But I'm like, nah, bro, I had to just let him. He's at DMV. I know he's mad already. You feel me? I was mad when I walked in here too. So I'm trying to like just diffuse it in my own mind. But man, when I tell you this dude went, did his thing, took his picture, whatever. When I tell you this man walked back by me and came up to me and was like, shook my hand. I was like, bro, did somebody recorded this? Like, feel me? Shook my hand and was like, hey man, you know what? He was like, you know what, man, my bad, brother, man. You know, it's all good, bro. You know, enjoy your day. So I was like, wow, bro, you don't even know how crazy that was. And I was like, man, and I told him the same thing. I was like, man, you know, it's all good, bro. I was like, I'd be hot as a motherfucker right when I walk into DMV too. Like, I already know how this shit is. It's all good. He's like, yeah, man, you know how it is, man. And I was like, that right there is what I wish I could have just broadcasted that moment through the fucking streets everywhere, because that is the shit that we don't do enough of. Everybody tries to match each other's energy.
Exactly.
The way he was like, get up out of here. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Somebody else, or even in another scenario, if I was feeling different, I would have been like, hold on, what energy you want? Like, you know what I mean? It would have been some different shit. But the fact that I just was like, now what? Boom, I ain't going to meet you there. I'm going to move on. And it gave him time to think about it, check it out, you feel me? And be like, you know what, bro? You know what I mean? He came and addressed me, you feel me? Then even when I left, as I was waiting in the line, even when I left, I was like, all right, I dapped him again and just walked out. He's like, all right, bro, enjoy your day. The shift of energy that happened, bro, was ridiculous. You feel me? And I was just like, wow. So it was crazy, bro. I was like, is this an after school special or something, bro? Like, I don't know what the fuck. That shit was crazy, though.
To me, that's what I've grown to be. Like, I always wanted to be that person to like change the energy. Mm-hmm. Like, I see this nigga feeling like this. You feel me? Woo, woo, woo. But there's been times where I've been on some bullshit. You feel me? I remember me and my partner had went to a summer jam. And then we went for this little after party after. And then, you know, niggas is drunk, whatever. I'm not, but everybody around is drunk. Mm-hmm. We not drinking. This dude bump into me. I'm like, all right, he's just drunk, whatever. Do it again. I'm like, all right. Does it a third time. And I just leaned over to my partner and said, yo, I'm just letting you know, if this nigga bump into me again, I'm taking off on him. I'm just keeping you aware of what's about to happen right now. So now I'm near. Now I'm near. So now I'm egging the nigga on. So now I'm coming closer to him. I want him to just do something. And now he's like slowly moving away. And now I'm mad because I'm at that level now. And I'm just like, now I'm watching them. You know what I'm saying?
It's balled up and you can't let it go. You want to let it off on somebody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
but that it just never happened like that. That class never happened. But when I'm near, it's just like I egg that shit on sometimes. You feel me? But now I try to get to a point like if I know I'm in that space, I just try to be the one to like, especially if I know you mad over some shit that I did, especially if it's over me. If I did something to you, I always want to talk it out. You need to let me know why you mad at me, because I may not know. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like I was in the wrong, and let's talk about it, and I will let you know why I felt that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And whatever, we can take it from there. And if we can't fuck with each other, we can't fuck with each other. Yeah. But I'm never to the point where I'm just like, well, nigga, fuck you. It's like I'm always willing to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of people aren't though, and you know what it is too.
But me, it's a fear of what I could do.
And it's an assumption too. Like you don't even know. Like that's the big problem. I think we don't even try.
Yeah.
You know, we just assume like, man, this motherfucker saying that. I ain't finna try to reason with him. He probably gonna say this, and then I'm gonna do this, and now we in some shit.
Yeah.
But really, you don't know.
Don't know.
And I think that's where I feel like that DMV scenario was so powerful because it was like one of the few times that I have been like, you know what, I'm just gonna really go out on a chance. I didn't have to apologize.
You had two of those. That dude that you was talking about, that just got out of jail at the little fucking fast food place. And you was like, hey, you know, she like you just fucking around with him. The dude was like,
oh, yeah,
nigga,
The old scenario,
yeah, like
the young one.
The young Al.
Yeah.
And then the dude came back was like, bro, my bad, bro. I just got out of jail.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Well, he was the one that was cool on that one. Yeah, yeah.
But you replied to him, though, like, yo, my bad, I was just fucking around with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's true, yeah. But, yeah, I just think if to put a message behind that story, I just think if people actually tried it and let their egos down, because my ego definitely could have said, like, man, don't let this motherfucker tell you
I ain't no bitch.
Yeah. Like, man, fuck him and his line and his DMV. What's headed? Like, you feel me?
See, that's my thing. Like, I'm trying hard I'm definitely better at it, but I'm definitely trying to kick that shit, like, all the way.
Yeah. It's I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's dope, bro. I felt powerful. I think I told that story like 15 times that day,
That
bro.
is
Every
powerful.
time I read into somebody, I was like, hey, bro, check this one out.
That is powerful because you actually took the time to think and put some positive behind this shit instead of reacting to his action. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
so we're gonna take away your Ken title for the, he brought it back.
And back to that too. I'm gonna tell you the difference between the Ken and the Karen situation. The Ken and the Karen situation came about for somebody who make a big deal about nothing. You didn't make a big deal about nothing. You made a big deal about some shit that was a problem. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And you said something about it. So I can't
Karen
put you,
shit is crazy.
I can't put you in that category.
That Karen. That's like, what did you say? Yeah,
I happened to me the other day. I did a birthday party.
Yeah, tell about that shit.
I did I hit the wrong button, bro. I did a birthday party. They had a jumper and Hercules outside. I guess you ain't supposed to have jumpers outside. As soon as I got there, I'm gonna set up a. What the fuck is that? I was going to set up a photo booth.
Real professional, Al.
I'm going to set up a photo booth, bro. And they, this little old lady, probably like 75, with a little dog, was walking around. I was like, oh, we're just setting stuff up. Like, oh, I didn't know you can have jumpers here. She went and called the police like instantly for it was a 4-year-old's birthday party. And the police came and he was like, yeah, I mean, I have to enforce it. Like, I'm not going to tell you to take it down now. I'm going to leave. It has to be down. But it was a little old lady, bro, just walking around with the dog, like going and talking to everybody. Like, it was like the taco man. She was like going and talking to him, trying to figure out what's going on. Just to have a jumper at a park for a 4-year-old birthday party, bro.
Like, give me a little context. Was like, what the party looked like?
It was at a park. It was at a park with has a play structure and all green grass, and we had.
Was there like hella people?
Not even hella people, bro. We were just setting up. Like I got there to go set up a photo booth. The guy got there, he already set up the jumper. So the jumper's up. There's no kids there yet, and it's just people setting up the tables and the decorations.
That's just real hating. Like y'all having fun, I ain't having
and
fun.
She like when I got out, I'm wheeling all my stuff to the table, and I'm like, how you doing? And she didn't even like acknowledge me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she's one of those.
And some people like that though. That's their ego boost. You feel me? Like,
like I fucked your shit up.
I want to be the motherfucker destroy your day to day. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for there's literally no reason. Like why ruin like a little kid's fun?
So check this out. To take it a step further, so you know that lady did that, right?
Yeah.
Then this is what I'm trying to get to people is take like, okay, as fucked up as that was, take the even higher road and be like, hey, you know what, ma'am? You know, I know you did this and that, but I just want to let you know, like, it's okay. You feel me? Like, or say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, try to like get like some Grinch shit, like the movie. You feel me? Like, really try to like melt that heart or whatever the fuck. Because make it grow.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, did you really call the cops because I wasn't supposed to have it, or you just didn't want to see us have fun?
Yeah, or at least ask her.
Like, what's the reason?
What was the real reason
much?
behind this?
I don't know, but I thought it was so messed up because the cop had to go and talk to the mom, and like her son's next to him, and he's like, yeah, like, I'm sorry. He's like, it's his birthday. Oh, happy birthday, little man. This and that, and I'm like, the cops even didn't even want to go and do that.
Yeah, it played more into the narrative of cops saying shit,
and that comes to the scenario that I had with the security guard at the fucking mall. With that same energy, right? I ended up buying a jacket from this store that I still feel some way about. And because I'm, I can't let shit go like that. He told me the receipt was in the bag, and I'm like, all right, cool. I literally walked to my car and was like, you know what? I don't want this shit. Take it back. And he was like, he goes in the bag. He's like, oh, you don't want it? I'm like, nah. He was like, where's the receipt? I'm like, it should be in the bag. That's where you said you put it. He was like, well, it's not here. Well, I said, then you never gave me one.
Yeah.
And then, well, you can't take it back. And I'm like, the first thing I said, because I already know where I'm going. The first thing I do is go.
That's a tough one, too.
You gotta take that deep breath.
The first thing I go, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't even make me be this dude. You know, I'm talking to the girl because I was talking to her earlier. And I'm just like, this how y'all get down? I said, so y'all want me to be this guy today? That's what y'all want to do today?
Yeah.
And then he was just like, well, I'm going to call the kid. I said, well, call whoever you about to call because I ain't going nowhere until you get my money back. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, security.
At that point, you made a decision like, I'm taking this to the limit.
Yep.
Like, I'm willing to go to jail over this. So after principle, that's all GP shit.
So the security guard come, he like, what's the problem? I said, look, the first thing I said to him was, look, I know you just doing your job, bro, and I'm not here to give you a problem.
Yeah.
You know, because I know you got to deal with this shit all the time. But this is the scenario, and this motherfucker is not getting over with my money. You feel me? Yeah. I'm not here to guard you a problem, though. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, I get it. Because I don't want to be hella loud to him having to like try to escort me out and me getting into a fight with him over something that he ain't got nothing to do with.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I made it clear to him, like, I don't have no beef with you. I know you just doing your job. I know you coming over here because he asked you to. But I'm telling you that I'm not leaving this motherfucker until he give him my money or it's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How long ago was this? We got a comment that says, "Oh my God, Max still mad about that jacket from Hilltop."
Oh, this was a minute ago.
That wasn't even from Hilltop. It was from Sun Valley. It was from Sun Valley Mall, man. And yes, I am still mad about that shit. The same reason. All the shit that I'm talking about, the shit that happened with the customer.
He's like, yes, I'm still mad about that.
The shit that happened with the customer happened a long time ago too. But that shit I can't let go because it bothers me. And I feel, and I got this thing inside me that says I can't let that shit go. Something has to be done to you because of the shit that you did to me.
See, okay,
you know
so check this out. This is where I differ with that because I go from that mindset to I always project it onto myself and be like, what could I have done different? Like maybe when I put the jacket out, pulled it out, the thing fell out.
I said the same shit.
You know what I'm saying?
I said the same shit. I was just like, well, damn, maybe I should have just took the fucking receipt out. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I should have, but
I would have been, you know what I would have said to myself? I would have said like, man, I shouldn't even have bought that. I knew I didn't want it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like I would have blamed myself for something.
I mean, I always, at the end of the day, I always do because I ended up in that situation. He just took advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? He took advantage of me not looking in the bag to check the receipt. He took advantage of my poor decisions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just upset that he took advantage of me. He just took advantage of me. You know what I'm saying? Because me projecting me on somebody else because I know I wouldn't do that. But now I'm mad because he did it to me. You feel me? And which is why I still haven't done anything about it because I really want to. But it's because I know like he just took advantage of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like niggas do that shit all the time. Like nigga,
he probably works at Black Bear Diner now.
He probably does. That would remind me when a stripper tried to pay me or not try to charge me for a lap dance, and I ain't even get no lap dance.
Yeah. See,
you want to hear that story?
The problem,
bro, it's just like Atlanta, bro. You gotta watch Atlanta.
The problem with me is, I had to throw that bitch. Man,
the problem with me is anybody who done something fucked up to somebody or to me, I keep a memory bank of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll forever carry that shit because to me, you already put a bookmark on how you are as a person. You feel me? Yeah. So it stamps that with me. Yeah. So it's just like if you carry yourself a certain way or do certain things to somebody, or I'm just like, okay, I know how he rock. I can't fuck with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my way of like just reminding the motherfucker. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, man. But I guess this to close this case, to sum this up with the restaurants, and I guess all this shit kind of ties in with personality.
Yeah.
Like
just think before you do.
Treat people right, man. I'm not gonna say treat people how they want to be treated because like who the fuck knows how that is? You feel me? Yeah. I just feel I don't know, man.
I think it's just have.
I gave up on people, bro.
I got faith, man. I still got hope. I just think I honestly, bro, on some real shit, I really like what we're talking about because a lot of people don't talk about this shit, and I think the more we talk about it, the more people will be like, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and actually figure out why somebody did this.
But there's also a group of motherfuckers that be like, I never do that shit. These motherfuckers talking about some other shit.
All you need is one, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
One person at a time.
Because like the wise man told me, the haters are always louder than the supporters. You know what I'm saying? The haters are always louder than the lovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But loudness is also a sign of weakness too. The loudest motherfucker in the room is the weakest motherfucker in the room.
It doesn't matter, but
look, he gonna start talking louder.
Yeah.
Look at it.
It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, you can go through the comments. You can go through the comments and see all this positive. So one person can say something negative, and your feelings is hurt. You in a whole different space now.
Are you talking about Gotti Reyes right now? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, that's entertainment right there. That's my people's.
Nah, that's what's up, though. That was a good one, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna close the case, man, and
hit the gavel on them.